Hey, what up? It's Big Bink for Big Bink's Break Room Podcast. Got the family with me. My sister Sheisty Scott.
Yeah.
The homie Action Jackson.
In the building.
Yes, sir.
And the director. Males on the mic.
What's happening?
2 times.
2 times. We here. We back again, baby.
Hey, wait, before we even start, man, this is random, but I forgot about this experience. I didn't document it. Didn't tell anybody.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing crazy, but I was at the grocery store earlier this week. And as I checked out, everything was normal, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, hey, said hi to the Walmart people, left. Got in the car, was trying to call Shawnee. I couldn't find my phone. Where's my phone? So you know us, like leaving your phone is like leaving your organs. So you got to go back and get it.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to say there are still some honest people in America. And I'm very grateful to the person that found my phone and decided to turn it in to the lady at the front desk at the customer service place. I'm telling you, there's some people out here would have took that phone, at least tried to sell it or whatever.
Hold on. What kind of phone it was?
It was that 12.
The iPhone 12?
Yeah.
They don't want that, fam. You just turn it in. Turn that in. They go turn that in. They don't want that.
Yeah.
Because if they were banned TikTok, they would have never saw.
Yeah, you got TikTok on your phone? Did you have TikTok on there?
I had TikTok on my phone.
Oh, then maybe. Then maybe. Maybe you have been in trouble.
Man, I just felt like I lost everything I ever had. You know how we be tripping on our phones, man. You know, if you come up. You ever went somewhere, males, and left your phone and had to go back and get it?
Oh, yeah. A lot of times. But thankfully, that's why I stick to Samsung, because nobody wants a damn Samsung. Look, that's why I say, look, no disrespect. Don't take it as disrespect, Action. Don't take it as disrespect. I love Samsung. I just know that's why I stick to it, though, because they ain't going to be out here robbing folks and doing all this foolery for it.
Come on, man. Android's got it.
I agree with you.
Android's got it.
I agree with you. I'm an Android to the day I fall off the planet. I have been excommunicated from the Church of Steve Jobs. Yeah. So let's get into the show though, man, because we got which was crazy, a lot of comments from the last episode, man. A lot of stuff went down since the last episode that we was on, especially an update with the Jay-Z and Tony Busby situation. We found out that Tony Busby was going to be dropping these lawsuits against Jay-Z and Tony Busby, but now a breaking story that came out this week that Jay-Z's Jane Doe accuser is on a recording saying that Tony Busby pushed her into this lawsuit.
Oh.
And Shadi, you had a comment about that last week. You said that you believe that this was that Tony Busby and them picked a random person off the street, or do we believe that a random person was picked off the street? Now I said, yeah, because you got all these folks out here in the woodworks. But now you got this recording now saying that she was pushed into this lawsuit. Somebody in the comments had to say this: it's sad that Shawnee's rebuttal sounds so crazy. She's trying to protect women who don't need protecting. How could someone that is brave enough to file a civil lawsuit for money not be brave enough to file a criminal lawsuit? That absolutely makes no sense. And I think it's just hard for women because there are many women who experience sexual assault and never get spoken up for, but this ain't that, and this ain't this. This ain't the one. What are your response to that?
Okay, first of all, thank you for your comment.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for your comment, whoever you are.
Mm-hmm.
However, I still stand 2 feet, 10 toes down on what I said. Are we believing that they went out and just found some random person and said, okay, we want you to say that at 13, all this happened to you? I'm sorry, I don't believe it. Who's to say she not being coerced now to say, oh, Tony Busby pulled me to the side and told me to say this.
Mm-hmm.
And all of you people that are not in the industry, I really don't want to hear it, because everybody sitting on this couch know that what happened with that is not far-fetched. That is not far-fetched. I'm not saying that
this particular story.
I'm not saying that Jay-Z is a criminal, or I'm not even saying that he did it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that. But what I am saying, actually, I'm getting ready to get on a grant about this.
Go.
Because
Let's go.
the comment said, Shawnee is defending this victim that doesn't need to be defended. All victims need to be defended. And the problem is when we do come forward and we express how we feel about a certain situation or something that happened to us, a lot of times it'll be minimized. It's like, oh no, you overreacting. It wasn't that. That's not how it was. You took that the wrong way. No, if that's how I took it, that's how I took it. However, in most situations, when a woman is put in a situation where she feels offended, she feels violated, and there are men around, none of the men will speak up. Okay, I can honestly say that because I had that happen when I was 19, 20 years old, and I was a sports reporter in the locker room, and a very famous NBA player assaulted me in the locker room for no reason at all. And there's a whole bunch of men around, and they all sat there and they watched. Now, I defended myself because, respectfully, I am from Oak Cliff.
Say that.
Oak Cliff.
Say that.
So I defended myself at 19 against this person that a lot of you love. And the comment that was made back to me from that person was, oh, what you gonna do? You gonna sue me now? Again, I'm 19. It's grown men there watching this. Okay? Then after we get out the locker room, now they coming up to me, well, can I write a story on that? No, fuck you. Because you should have said something to this man. So when you say I'm defending the victim, you goddamn right I'm defending. Because nobody defends me. And we just had an incident, but one of Bink's people came and made a comment that I did not like. Because number one, we were in a professional environment. We weren't in a club. So there was no reason for you to make a comment that you made saying, oh, I'm here to shoot a porno and Bink told me that you would be a good actor. Okay. However, I'm not 19. So I didn't go Oak Cliff on him. I just said, I know he didn't tell you that. But it made me feel like shit. And it made me feel low. And I was in a room full of men and nobody said nothing. So yes, I'm going to always defend women. Because I know how we feel, and I know what that's like. Thank you.
And look, say no more, say less. Say less.
And next we will hear from the choir. We will take an offering up, and then we will hear from those
We're going to hear from the rest of the victims.
Well.
Yeah, yes, I will defend the victim. Yes, absolutely.
Well, look, hey, there's nothing more for me to say on that point. She responded to your comment, and that's what we do here. We clap back to the comments that you leave behind. So, I mean, I don't disagree with anything you're saying, and it's sad that it's like that. And I think we as men have to do a better job of policing ourselves, and when we see these things, speaking up and saying something and getting involved instead of just sitting back and saying, "Oh, that's just their business." It's sad that we know better. We know this. It's 2025. We know better. We should be doing better at this point, especially if we grown adults and you still out here, disrespecting women and being crazy like this. But in terms of this Jay-Z Busby story, it's just sort of weird to me that now they're going there with this back and forth about because now she's coming back and saying, I didn't say any of that.
Okay, but then what are they going to do to Tony Busby? Mm-hmm. Because again, I got a problem. My bigger problem with this is I don't know how old the young lady is now at this point, but let's say hypothetically Tony Busby, his team got to her and said, hey, this is the story we want you to tell. What y'all getting ready to do to him?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What are y'all getting ready to do to him? Because I don't give a shit how bad you think a woman, how tough you think I am, because I will defend myself. I'm still a woman. I'm still the weaker set. Mm-hmm. Okay, and in certain situations, there is a different pressure that's there. So what's getting ready to happen to Tony Busby? Since he not alive, who's gonna go whoop his ass?
I think they're gonna talk about disbarring. I think that's what it is.
So Tony Busby is Jay-Z's Lloyd.
No,
No.
he's not. He's the one suing Jay-Z.
That was trying to. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And Jay-Z's currently suing him for defamation and sent investigators to go start the case to start investigating Busby and the accuser and everything else that's going on with them. So that's how we got to this
And
point.
if she lies, she needs to be prosecuted too. I will say that because I do know women do lie
Mhm.
sometimes in some situations on men to get, what they want, whatever gain that is. So if that's the case, yeah, she needs to be prosecuted too. She sue her. I mean, or whatever, whatever the case.
So we clapping back to your comments right now. More comments to clap back from Bink. Somebody had to get at you. We had our discussion.
About time.
It's about time. Bink, we had the discussion about G Money, Lil Ronnie, who was shot to death a couple of weeks ago here in the Fort Worth area. And you had a discussion about that on one of the clips, saying that you believe the problem is too many guns in our community, especially in the black community and especially in Texas.
Yeah.
Somebody said, quote, "Y'all are naive if you think changing gun laws will solve violence. Criminals don't get their guns registered or buy them from the store like we do. They get them illegally from the plug, no serial numbers. All guns are illegal in New York, and Chicago has strict gun laws." The usual gun nut talk. Yet they have been the top 5 worst gun violence cities for decades now. Why? Because criminals don't follow the law. Whoop-de-doo. And he goes on about the Second Amendment. Guns don't kill people. People kill people. We got to protect ourselves in the Second Amendment.
He said criminals don't follow the law.
That's what that
This would be criminals if they follow the law. Right?
This is the typical.
You see what you're dealing with already. So keep that in mind when you answer the comment.
Right. Yeah, this is the typical argument that a lot of Second Amendment people will use is guns don't kill people, people kill people. My argument has always been, well, if you keep the guns out of the hands of the people that's willing to kill people, you wouldn't have this problem.
You got to start where you can control. We can control what we as a people, all people can control, laws getting drafted or whatever, about being able to carry guns in certain states and certain cities. I mean, we can start the process for that. We can't pay attention to what's going on stuff we can't control. All I'm just saying is raise the level of expectation when it comes to gun carrying and all that stuff. In certain places you can always get burned from somebody. I get that. But at the end of the day, might be to be like New York, because in New York, if you have a gun and you out of there, like Ja Rule went through that, Wayne went through that, But bro, let me look at bro. Oh, it's a bro.
It's a bro. It's a bro.
I'm just saying. I'm just trying to do something that we can control. Did you vote?
Well, I always say as well, you can have gun control in this country, reasonable, smart gun control legislation. Do it like you have to do with a damn car. You got to get a license and you got to get insurance to drive a damn car, right? Nobody complains about that. You're infringing on my right. I can drive if I want to. Nobody ever says that. But I say you should have that same rights for a gun owner, because I don't want
have what?
the same sort of legislation for gun owners and gun people who want to carry guns. You should be able to get a license, show me that you can shoot. Because you got to do all these things to drive a car. You got to show that you can drive the car. You got to get insurance. You got to. These are the.
Yeah. You want me to go get a license for my gun and get insurance?
Yeah.
What kind of insurance?
Any kind of gun insurance. Any kind of insurance.
No, they have insurance for gun owners. I mean, if you're a gun owner, they have insurance companies and insurance for gun owners, legal gun owners, that you should have in case something happens.
In case something like what?
Like if
accidentally shoot me in my ass.
Not even if I accidentally shoot you, like if, for example, I get into a situation that I had to use my gun, then that type of insurance covers my lawyer, attorneys, all that other stuff, because I got to go to court. If anything happens with my gun or anything, like it's just like a regular type of insurance. Like you got insurance with your car. It's like Mel said, it's like if you get into an accident, your insurance company covers the accident. And gun insurance does the same thing, where if you get in a situation with your gun,
it'll cover your attorney?
Yeah.
Oh, I need that insurance because I almost had to shoot somebody last year.
Hey,
in my
that's
house.
that's the point.
Yeah.
On that tip with my man, I mean, I had to disagree with that, and just for the simple fact, this friend, there's statistically just other evidence in other countries and other places that show that the laws, he's like, he was saying like, well, look at the gun laws on the books and all this other stuff, and we still have all these guns. But if you look at other countries that have stricter gun laws and really come down on the gun manufacturing companies, and you don't come down on and stuff like that, it's a difference, okay? Because you have other countries, Australia, you have other countries in Europe, you have other countries that have very strict gun laws, and they don't have the same death rate as we have in America. We have more guns per capita here in America than any place on the planet.
Yeah, yeah.
So again, it is a situation with the guns, and I'm a gun owner. I advocate. I
Same here.
I believe in having guns. You should have a gun, and you should have a right to have a gun. I think you could have as many guns as you can afford, but at the same time, with that, there's always a flip side to every coin.
Yeah.
That if you have as many guns as you want, that could be a problem too. You know what I mean? Because it's like we do have a problem with too many guns on the street, too many guns in America. It is a problem. And we don't come down on the gun manufacturers at all. Like any situation that's been a mass shooting in America, you've never seen any repercussions on the gun manufacturer.
Never seen it.
Zero.
And it happens so much.
Yeah.
It happens so much. We are so desensitized to these mass shootings, to these murders. Like it happens just like waking up, going to the store to get groceries. It's just something that happens every
Just
day.
another day in America.
You know what I'm
We're
saying?
so used to it.
Yeah.
Right.
And again, if it happened in some other country, they'd be devastated.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
some countries they chop your hand off and
Yeah.
they do this, and you know they strict, like you said, with the gun laws. Like they like, no, you can't do that here.
Yeah,
So,
not at all.
And one more comment we got to address real quick had to do with our vacation conversations that we had. We had a debate on vacations and budgeting for vacation.
Oh yeah, Action wasn't here.
And actually, you wasn't in for this one, but Shani just did not seem to understand, for some strange reason, why it would be a problem telling your significant other that you have a budget on vacation and you got to stay within that budget. I need you to put the camera on Action's face
That's the
right now.
problem,
Put it on Action's face right now.
I'm just saying, like, no, I don't know. I'm with you though.
Yeah, you have a budget.
You talking about a budget on vacation?
Yes.
And you gotta stay within the budget?
But yeah.
No.
Wide shot.
What? Give a little wide shot on this.
So you telling me when y'all go on
Man,
vacation, Sherry just like, we gonna ball out of control.
No.
I don't believe it.
No. But when we go on vacation, we go on vacation with the thought of we are going to ball out of control.
That's there you go.
Because of the simple fact.
But he said we.
No, because
He said
no. Sherry does too. My wife does too. Because again, we're on vacation.
Okay, wait. I'm confused now.
No.
I think you're trying to say what she said.
No.
But y'all go on the trip with the thought that y'all gonna ball out of control. But I know Sherry.
No, we don't.
I know she keeping up with it in her mind.
No. We don't budget on anything. Anything like if we see something on vacation that we did not plan, I'll put it that way.
Okay.
That makes it more simple. Like say for example, we see something on vacation we didn't plan. We're like, okay, we didn't really budget that in our vacation. We're like, okay, but we on vacation. Let's do it. That's how we are.
No, the question.
That's how they are. We collectively.
But the question I have for you, Action, is if you and Sherry were to ever go on vacation, do you have a discussion, or have you ever seen her have an attitude if you told her no too many times? Does saying no too many times ruin the vibe?
Well, no. I mean, again, I don't want to seem like I'm the one or she's the one that does that or when we're on vacation, because it's not like that. It's like we'll both do something like that. Because again, she'll make a move like that where she'll be like, well, I want to do this, or I want to do that. I'll be like, really? You're gonna spend that money on that? And then she'll call me out on the same thing. Like, really, you gonna spend money on that? And it will both be like that. But it will compromise in a point where it'll be something for all of us.
Mhm.
But I mean, I never go on vacation. I've never gone on vacation where I go on vacation with a budget or a thought in mind. I'm gonna budget myself on any vacation. That's why I'm on vacation.
They rich. They rich.
Yeah,
You know, they can do that.
So-
They rich.
So I'm on vacation. I'm on vacation to have a good time. That's why you vacate, to go out, have a good time, while out, and do stuff you normally don't do. I mean, because you can't do every day. You go to relax and having yourself a good time. So let me tell you, people, if you go on vacation, go on vacation.
Well,
worry about all the expense and all the other stuff on the other side.
Well-
Yeah, when your bank account's
they
all in the red.
right.
I'll deal with the red when you get home.
Well, the
And
fellas.
that's the issue.
Well, a lot of the fellas agreed with us. Mr. Chios22 on Instagram said, "You say no, the vibe is all effed up. Next thing you know, she not in the mood right now."
Yep.
that's the point we was trying to get to is. But Shani, you really did your own little poll about this.
I did ask a few women if you go on vacation with your significant other and they tell you no, how does it affect you? And they kind of proved y'all's point. because the first thing that was said, budget. We got a budget. It's a vacation. I'm like, y'all just go out and just spend willy-nilly. But then they brought it back in and said, well, if my husband tells me no, then I'm going to say okay. But I'm like, that whole budget. Yes, you were supposed to budget. Listen, we can't be out here just spending all our money and then getting home, twiddling our thumbs. Now you mad at the man because he can't pay the light bill. You got budget.
But
unless you're action and sharing.
Or they putting up as much cash as we are for the vacation.
Thank you.
I mean, like, again, it's not that we falling out of control like that, but again, we always plan for our vacations though too.
And that's the thing. You plan, you plan. That's what I'm saying. Y'all not just going willy-nilly.
They just don't understand, Bink. They
Once
just
you get off that plane, everything changes. Once you walk past that stove, once you get in that restaurant, don't run into nobody.
Right.
We're going to go check out these earrings from Tiffany. Oh, I want to go. You ain't gonna get one?
We try to tell her, but she it's something that she will never understand. But she's starting to understand though. She's starting to understand, like I said, after you had that conversation with the mother ladies, and they were like, budget? Budget? No. Let's move on real quick. But shout out to everybody for the comments. Once again, shoot us your comments on the socials, on the clips, wherever you see us at, on Instagram, YouTube, and everywhere else. Let's get into some entertainment conversations right now. Jermaine Dupri. Before we got on here, we had a little lighthearted discussion about Jermaine Dupri and the verses against the Diddler. But that's
Call him the Diddler.
Don't call him the Diddler.
the Diddler.
Diddy, we love you, Diddy. Diddy, we love you. We love you, Diddy.
Look. I'm just calling it where I see it. But Jermaine Dupri is making headlines. He's been trending on the social media and everywhere else about some comments he made on Twitter a couple of days ago, questioning the purpose of being an independent artist versus being signed to a major label. It was an interesting question that sparked a lot of discussion. He said, basically, what's the point of being an indie artist when you're chasing major artist success? Of course, as all of us has been in this industry for years and years, we've dealt with both sides of that coin. Bink, what are your thoughts on the indie artists trying to chase major artist success? What's your take on that?
I mean, I think that's the ultimate goal. Major labels have major pushes for major projects. Even if you're an indie artist, you might have your niche audience, but you can't tell me any artist that's out here doing this music would want to be on the level where they can go to New York, they can go to Colorado, they can go to Chicago, they can go to Maine, they can go to Portland, and everybody running up to see their show. The major labels have the ability to do that, or at least they used to.
Mm-hmm.
But now, I get what JD's saying too. Now that everyone is going in the basement or going in their car or going in the closet, making albums, coming out the same day that they thought about making an album, and music it's so accessible, they can do the same thing. In my opinion, if they don't have the machine behind them, whatever that looks like for them, you know, they're only going to get to a certain point. I know that major labels are still equipped to push people over the top, you know, with this music.
Yeah.
That's what we live in today.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree because I give you a great example of that from a movie that I was watching the other day. We had an interview on the radio with the guy on the radio. Great movie. I thought the movie was good, but it was a local movie.
Oh,
it was an independent artist, and the plot was good. The movie, the acting was decent, but it wasn't Mission Impossible 3.
Right.
It wasn't a Marvel.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that is the difference in the music industry. You could be an independent artist. Your record could be slamming, but is everybody going to hear it?
That's right.
Is everybody going to get a chance to, even on social media? You don't even have that push on social media, even if you have that kind of following. You have thousands and thousands of followers.
Yeah.
It's still not going to have the push of a major label behind.
Yeah. I mean, I think about, you know, when independent was being frowned upon, when people were making these little subsidiary labels and doing their stuff outside or in their regions, like Texas. Oh my God, we had so much.
In Texas and Louisiana, you had about 5,000 smaller record labels coming up in the 90s.
And some of them got a chance to merge with some of these major labels. Asylum comes to my mind. Like Asylum had everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's what they did. They picked up the artists who were indie, who were doing their own thing, who were making tractions, who was on the radio, and helped them push them to now it's Webby, now it's Boosie, now it's Slim Thug, now it's Mike Jones, now it's, you know, Jerome. You know what I'm saying? So, but now that is the standard in the music industry. At least that's what I'm seeing, is to be independent. You know, because don't nobody go buy records no more at the store, CDs and all that old stuff. They just go on social media, make an album, put it out, and whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, but could that be because the record labels aren't putting the money behind them like they used to?
It could be. I think it's a shift in culture because everything's digital now. You know, it's all about what do your digital platform look like. This is what I see.
For what I've always seen, in my opinion, the indie artists there's only a few who are willing to work hard to achieve that success. Because most of them just, I want to stay independent. I want to own everything. I want to own this, but they don't work as hard. And that's when they always want to turn to the major labels. And like, I think Slim Thug went on a rant on that a few years ago saying, y'all keep calling me, asking me, y'all boys don't want to work. Y'all don't want to work as hard as me. Y'all want a deal. You know what I'm saying? Go get a deal, go get a label and go get signed with them and let them take care of you and take all your money. That's what Slim Thug, that's what Slim Thug basically was saying. Like, you know, he keep getting hit up by these artists saying, sign me, you're an indie, sign me. And he's like, no, because you don't want to work as hard as I do. Go work as hard as I do. And then come back and we'll talk. And I think that's a lot of the problems. But with this discussion, I don't see why JD's facing backlash for this question. Because
people don't know. They on the outside looking in. They don't know what it's like to be an indie artist. And what you got to go through, you don't have to go through. Like, you have to work. You have to get people to buy into your lifestyle, your DNA, your character, your music, your vibe, your vision. That ain't easy.
No.
And they ain't gonna make you no money right away.
Exactly.
That's the number one thing.
And the people think, you know, on the outside looking in, you know, for people who ain't educated, you just make a song and everybody like it at the high school, and now he's gonna be famous. No, it's not like that. You know,
not anymore.
No, well, not anymore. Yeah. But do you need a major label to get you to the next level? In some form of fashion, probably.
Yeah.
Because that whole arena is connected.
I would say
it ain't just music.
I would say it depends on your level I think, of business expertise as an artist.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know nothing about business and stuff like that, then I don't think you're going to be successful as an artist. If you have no clue on how the business side of this works, the marketing and the moving and all that other stuff, it may be your best option to go, to go sign to a major. As far as I'm concerned, because a lot of us, there's us who are creative and there's those of us who are business.
Yeah.
And a lot of times the two can't connect. Well, especially for a creative. A creative has a hard time trying to think of how to sell this stuff and move this product and stuff like that.
All of us aren't Taylor Swift.
Right.
Yeah.
But she got a machine behind her, like I said.
You know what I'm saying? But she came up through like that whole, she just one of those people that independent, like just really herself, her own writing, her own.
Was she really independent?
Yeah, I mean, she got signed by a label, what I'm saying, but she's one of those people that you could say like, she had the label really was her.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You understand that? The label was her.
Right.
And they just came through that and they just had the money behind her at first.
To bring it up.
To bring her up. Now it's like she's got that totally reversed. But all of them are Taylor Swift.
All right. So shout out to JD, man. I still think JD will wash the diddler in the verses. This is not up for discussion.
We are not going to refer to him as the diddler.
Okay, what are we gonna refer to him as?
We're going to call him his name.
Okay, Diddy.
Hey, but JD, you can go hop on this couch with us, man. We can talk about this.
Yeah, no doubt.
And Diddy, you can call us from jail.
JD,
We'll
we family
accept
anyway,
the call.
man. So, hop on the couch. That
don't even sound right.
We need you on here, bro.
What, he can't call? R. Kelly be calling people.
Yeah, R. Kelly out here. R. Kelly out here doing whole remixes to Chris Brown songs from the jail.
It sounds so bad.
Did he call us from jail? I accept the charges.
I know, but it just
Did y'all hear what he said?
What?
The R. Kelly residual song? Have y'all heard that?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
He needs money on his books. I think that we should support him.
But how did he do it, though?
What you mean? I did the same way
That
Sean
wasn't on the
did.
phone. That's my point.
What you
He
mean?
did that on a microphone.
Oh, well, maybe they gave him one in jail. Sean did his album from jail. Remember that?
Yeah.
And they wouldn't give him the money.
And they got
for it.
rec rooms.
Yeah, they could have brought it in there for him. He R. Kelly.
But what I heard, it was on the phone. From what I was told, that's from what I was told. It was on the phone. They just was able to go back and mix and master it and clean it up.
I want to know what program they use.
That's how they did Sean. You remember Sean did that whole album from jail.
I do remember that.
Yeah. So the same.
I know my guy, Twisted Black, Funky Town, Fort Worth, one of the best storytellers in hip hop, period.
Mhm.
Period.
Okay.
Did a couple of albums from jail.
Okay.
Freestyles. But it was all over the phone.
Well, it's the same thing.
But what R. Kelly did, if you listen to the song, it sounds like a R. Kelly song with some auto-tune on it.
Yeah, he had auto-tune on it.
You
but
cannot put you know what? I don't know.
Who's his
Yes.
engineer?
Yeah, it's like
R. Kelly?
Yeah, who was his
I don't know.
I don't-
Johnson. I don't know.
and that's because you got an iPhone too. Android sound.
Oh, it could have been voice memo, maybe. I don't know.
I think we should, and just so I'm clear, because I
It's
know
gotta be
people
good,
like,
though. I heard
why
it
is she
yesterday.
supporting R. Kelly and Diddy? Because they need support. Just because they in jail don't mean they don't need them. And I think it was wrong how they took all of R. Kelly's money away from him, because other people that have done same things and worse that are not our color still get their residuals.
Well, I'm trying to figure out why is you singing about that. I need you to sing about get me out of jail. Don't sing about the
He not getting out
residuals.
of jail. He needs something on his book.
Get me out of jail. That's how I need a song about that. Get me out of prison. You worried about where your checks at? No, you can't do nothing with them checks while you in there, but buy ramen noodles.
But he still has kids. And, he still has a legacy that just because he in jail doesn't mean that he can't take care of his family.
Yeah.
And he set something up. Like R. Kelly did a lot. I mean, and I got my R. Kelly story. So, I'm
before
I ain't his best friend. At the same time, when it comes down to am I gonna support this black man, I'ma always support the black man.
Right, some black men don't need support.
No, yes they do.
No, they
yes,
don't.
They do.
No, they
because-
don't. We have got to get off of that about we got to
Yes,
support
they
everybody.
do.
You can't save everybody.
Because they support them white boys, them Jewish boys, all of that. Nothing affects them, and that is the biggest thing wrong with us that we will not help it. Nobody is perfect. Nobody is perfect.
Mhm.
Do I agree with what R. Kelly did? No, because like I said, I got an R. Kelly story. But at the same time, we took everything from him, so he can't even support his kids. And he created those songs.
And he also had sex with them little girls too.
Yeah, he did, but yes, he did. But it's people out here right now having sex with little girls. And I'm gonna go there. When y'all see it, don't nobody say nothing about it until the masses say something about it. Y'all ain't checking y'all boys for that foolishness that they be doing.
Shoot.
Nah, miss me with that.
For
y'all,
starters, no. Let's start right there, because yes, you can check your friends, or you just stop fooling with them, or you stop fooling with them altogether.
But it don't happen. It don't happen.
That's over
when
here.
R. Kelly got arrested and put in jail, then that's when everybody had an opinion about it, and then it was the parents.
But for decades, everybody had jokes about it too.
Why would they let their kids go with them? Okay, no, yeah, he needs to deal with what he did. He needs to own up to that and be accountable for that. I agree with that.
Okay.
But at the same time, he is still the person that put all that work in and created all of that. And so whatever is to come from that creation that he created, that shouldn't have been taken away from him. I don't care what he did.
Speaking of defending everybody, don't we got a story of the black guy in there with the white.
Well, we'll get into that. We'll get into that in a second. We'll get into that in a second.
I just wanted, because Shawty was getting ready to attack somebody over here on the RKelly stuff.
I didn't know she was going to defend him that vociferously.
And I don't even, like, as a person, I don't even care for him like that. I do like his music, but at the same time, you know, he is a human being. He ain't perfect. He messed up. If he needs help and he asking for help, somebody should help him.
No, I'm on that though. On the monetary issue though, I'm with that though, because I think if he has the ability to make some money right now, and put out music and stuff like that, yeah.
Give him back his masters.
Yeah.
He created that.
But he sold them.
Y'all stole them. No, he was put in a position where he had to give them up. R. Kelly lost everything when he went to jail. And that's the thing that get me. When somebody do you dirty or something happens and you just want to make their life hell. You done did somebody dirty. So we need to make your life hell too?
You made other people's life hell.
But people make mistakes.
Okay, so
nobody is
that's
perfect.
what I'm saying, but we can go beyond
What
that.
you laughing at, Bink?
Something just popped in my head.
What you laughing at?
Pause. Something popped in my head. Talking about R. Kelly. Wait, hold on. No, but remember he made that song "Heaven I Need a Hug," and then he made that whole "Save Me" album.
Yes.
Like, and you was like, maybe he needs some help. Or somebody, one of y'all said something like he was making these records. Maybe he was putting these messages out. Like, you know, I need help.
I need help. I can't stop having sex with little teenage girls.
No,
But y'all act like he the only one that did that.
That has nothing to do with the only one did it. He was in a position of power and he won. He won
That
and he got caught. He out here
happens
taping it and doing all this
every
other stuff. And nobody in that circle came to him and said, "Dog, you gotta stop. You're gonna F up the money."
How you know ain't nobody in the
agree with
circle
that.
told him that?
Because everybody else in that circle was enabling him, and also because they was making money off of him.
I agree that probably majority of them were, but I'm pretty sure it was somebody that had said, "Look,
I hope so.
I hope so.
you know."
My point is, and I'm with Shawnee on this part, I'm with the now though.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, if he's in jail now, and he's putting out music now.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm thinking if he's in jail now, he's serving his time. He's serving his time for what he did then. But if he's putting out music now and doing money now, and he's saying I need money now, then I think we should support that because he's already serving his time and doing his time for the crime he was accused of, and he's an artist and he's putting out music now. And
Would you feel that way if this happened with someone that you knew specifically that was affected by R. Kelly's crimes and you knew that it happened and you knew whatever, would you still feel the same way?
That's a tough ask because of the simple fact that that's a personal thing, and that affects that affects everybody differently.
What you just said.
No, but what I'm saying, my point being on that is like, it's like we can go to the individual that's in the White House now.
Mm-hmm.
You don't like him, you don't support him, but you got to deal with what, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to deal with what's going on. So again, you're emotional. You don't like him, but you still got to deal with the reality, and people do like him and support him. So again, it's the same thing with RKelly. You don't have to buy his music if you don't want to.
Right.
But what I'm saying is that he's already serving jail time for the crime he was accused of. So if he can put an album out right now and says, okay, I need money and I need to support my album, why are we gonna punish him twice? Say, okay, we're not gonna support you. That don't make sense to me.
I don't know. Maybe I came from a different era that says pedophiles get no room in no country. That's the
whole, and that's the part that give me is like everybody focuses in so hard on RKelly. Why ain't the campaign that strong for the people that's in your family that's molesting your cousin?
I agree with that. There's no country.
Sit there and they watch it and they like, oh well, when he was born, there was something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It's so RKelly, even Diddy. Do I agree with this man beating the girl up like that? No.
Oh,
mm-hmm.
I don't agree
but
with
he's still a human being. And what I appreciate about Diddy and what he was doing before all of this happened was he was actually speaking up for us
mm-hmm.
in a major way that I have. The only other person that I've seen maybe speak like that is Ice Cube.
Yeah.
When you say us, you mean black people or women?
Black people.
Okay.
Black people. Yeah, and trying to create a party for us, trying to open the door where we can have our own ownership.
Yeah, so we're gonna discuss the whole voter die movement.
Yeah,
I mean, T-shirt. Yeah.
I appreciate that. I don't appreciate him beating up Cassie.
Yeah.
And I, and if he having sex parties, I really don't care. If you grown and you there, that's you.
Yeah,
nigga, don't act like y'all don't. There's people doing that every day that we know. Okay.
Not even that. If they was invited, they would have been there.
Yeah.
Been there watching, looking. Yeah, I saw the baby on.
Would have happily signed the NDA, right? Would have happily signed that NDA, right?
Nobody else would got invited. They would have not been there.
Aside from that, I appreciate those things that Diddy has done. We can't take that from him.
Well, I know something that you ain't going to appreciate, and that's this next topic. Jamal Woodard, who starred in the Notorious movie, which was about the late great Biggie Smalls, who was associated with Diddy. You ain't gonna appreciate this one. I'm gonna go ahead.
Y'all did this show today to just give me an annual.
Yeah, we about to turn. We about to turn her up. And he said basically that dating outside of his race is better for him due to the cultural differences between Black American women and women of a different nationality. He says that the women of a different nationality, they listen, they're not as demanding, they treat him like a king. And it says Black American women in accordance, they have standards and they have these desires and wants and impose all these things on the man instead of just loving the man and treating him and listening to him as the king. Do you agree with that? Do women from different cultures have a different dating perspective than American women?
Are you asking me?
No. We're gonna wait on you. We're gonna wait on you.
Okay.
I gotta let you simmer down for a moment because you're ready to fire off. Let me talk to the guys about this first before you fire off. Action, your thoughts on this?
Well, let me just say to Jamal
Woodard.
Mm-hmm. You sound young. You sound really young. And I don't want to call you stupid because, I don't think nobody's stupid, but I will give you the title of ignorant. You sound ignorant because those thoughts are very ignorant.
Now, of course, let's say this. Now, I don't want to say this man ignorant. I will say this is based on his own personal experience.
Okay.
You can't really say that based on someone's personal experience.
Yeah, I can't.
Okay.
I know that. Thank you.
Yeah, because again, even with his own personal experience, you can call that an ignorance because again, if that's all you've experienced, you can't speak on that subject like that.
Mm-hmm.
You can't say that because then you're ignorant. Because again, unless you've experienced the majority of that throughout your life, or you polled Black women, to say that about all Black women or to put them in that kind of category. Oh, I don't want to date Black women because they demand too much of me. How do you know that? Have you dated all Black women, brother? You can't say that. That's ignorant. That's ignorant to even think like that, because every Black woman is not going to demand something of it. And if they do, so what? They should. They should. Every woman, if you're going to get into a marriage or you're going to get into a relationship, every partner should demand something from their partner, because steel sharpens steel. And if you got a dull partner, you going to be dull.
Man.
You better preach.
So you better get a sharp partner, somebody that's going to question you, somebody that's going to push you to your max. And if you don't have somebody like that, then I feel sorry for you, because you ain't going to be the best person you're going to be. And again, brother, that was an ignorant statement. To even classify any woman, any color, to say that, oh, I'm not going to date them because of this reason or that reason. That's pretty dumb. But you be you. That's what I always say. You be you. You make your choice and you do the right thing.
Bink, your thoughts on this?
I mean, I'm like, to each his own. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's how you feel, I'm not saying that thought process is far-fetched. It's a personal thing. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, me, I'm Black. I love to be Black. I'm with a Black woman. I got a Black family.
Amen.
But if I wasn't married,
Here we go.
I wasn't married at one point.
Here we
Okay.
go.
Okay, let's go back to that. Let's go back to pre-marriage days when you was dipping and dabbing. All right. You did you mess with chicks from other nationalities and stuff? How about you, Action?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, and there's nothing wrong with it now. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it now.
Well, that's what the question, and I guess that's what the question is. Did you see anything different? Did you feel anything different? Was there an experience that made it different from the Black marriage that you're in now?
I don't want to compare it to marriage, because marriage is different.
Right. Well,
When I was out living, please do not put the camera on Shawnee for anything while I'm saying. When I was living,
Because now he's dead.
I experienced a lot of, like cultural stuff, like, food, parenting, food, parenting, way of life, I guess that's what it is. So I experienced a lot of that stuff in the Mexican world, in the Latino Mexican, same thing, in the African world, in the white world. Shut up. In the white world, I just experienced a lot of different stuff. Like, why did this stuff different?
Right.
But when it all came down to it, I had to make a decision. I knew, nothing that I had before was more better, than the black female.
Well,
I kind of knew what I wanted to do.
As someone that is in an interracial marriage, because my wife is not Black, she's Hawaiian and Puerto Rican. So but at the same time, I never noticed any cultural differences in that situation or anything different or anything. She just like every other woman. She got me, you know what I'm saying?
Wait, you said your wife is from Hawaii?
Yes. Her mother is Hawaiian and her dad is Puerto Rican.
Okay.
I got two islands.
You said you didn't notice any cultural differences?
None. Did
your wife grow up around Black people?
No. She grew up in Hawaii, around Hawaiians. And
you didn't see no cultural differences?
Not until I got to Hawaii and actually seen it for myself, I noticed. But as far as in our dating situation, as far as cultural, like how he's talking about, like he was saying, like, the Indian woman and the Mexican women, they care more about their family. And
when he's more looking at what I'm seeing from or hearing from his story is he likes his women to be more subservient.
And he think,
in those cultures, the women that he's talking about, and nothing's wrong with that, not to get on any of these cultures in there, but in most of those cultures, the women there are more subservient. I'm just saying. No, that's not.
They worship the man.
No,
All right.
No, I'm just saying.
Here we go. Here we go.
Not I'm saying that's a right thing or a wrong thing, but I'm just saying in most cultures like that, most women are taught to be more subservient.
That's absolutely correct.
And here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shawty Scott, the floor is yours.
First of all, there is no female on earth, no kind of female that worships the black man more than black women.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
I agree with that.
I agree.
Period. Hands down. Let me explain something to you about white women. Okay. Because this is the part that gets me with y'all. Y'all, and me and Bink had this conversation a lot. Because he'll come to my studio and see a girl on TV doing news. Ooh, she fine, her hair pretty. I'll be like, Bink, that's a wig. That ain't no wig on her hair. Bink, that's a wig.
They cold with them wigs.
Yeah,
That's a
cold,
wig.
cold, super
Those
cold.
are wigs. She has tracks. She's white, but she has tracks. They taught us how to wear them.
Okay.
Okay, go back to Gone with the Wind. The movies that were made back then. Who had the hairpieces on? The people that was playing the slaves didn't have no hairpieces on. So who taught us how to do that? They taught us how to do that. They wanted to enhance. They taught us how to be gold diggers. Because remember, we was on plantation together with y'all. Trying to protect y'all. Doing shit with Master to keep him off y'all. Okay? So you can't tell me, it ain't nobody that can tell me anything about a black, I don't care if the black woman is with a white man right now. Black women worship black men. We love black men. Okay? As far as wanting something, what I learned from white women is how to close my mouth and be quiet and wait for you to give me what I want. Instead of me just saying it. Because that's what they do. That's how they do that. They get in there and be all sweet and kind. And then when you gone, yeah, this nigga, I'm about to get him for everything behind your back.
Man.
Okay? If I'm going to call you a weak ass nigga, I'm just going to say it to your face.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what I'm thinking. You don't know what those people from the other cultures are thinking. You don't know what conversations they have with their families behind your back. If you go to jail, we don't want at the jail running down there cussing everybody out to talk to you and bring you this, bring you that, fighting for you to get out. You go to jail with them? Oh, you in jail. Well, his check still coming to the house. As long as he's taking care of this. And then like that little black boy that got on Twitter talking about, I ain't dating black women, or this, he said all that negative stuff. And then that white bitch killed his ass.
Mm. Mm.
So, who had your back? I'm just trying to figure out, because you dead.
Well,
You dead, she here. So, Jamal, whatever his name is, baby, if a white woman, Mexican woman, whatever, if they make you feel better about yourself, then go ahead, because you not for us then.
Is that the issue? Is that the issue you think that he feels like a black woman didn't make him feel good about himself? I mean,
I guess not. I mean, but yeah, I have standards. Any man I've been with, and y'all can comment, all of y'all, any man I've been with, when he left me, he became a better man. He didn't leave me a worse man. He left me better than what he was, be it financially, be it whether, wisdom or whatever it was, because anybody I've been with, whatever dream they had, I poured into that dream as hard as they did. And that's what we do. We'll believe in you. Our friends can be talking about you, saying, girl, you ought to leave him. Girl, you shouldn't do this with him. He ain't no good. We pour all of that into you. Now it gets to a point to where we get sick and tired of being sick and tired because you're not doing your part. And that's the thing. Y'all think these other people are gonna baby you, coddle you, and they, and they're giving you all this fake love. So you think that's the way to go, and then we become the bad people.
in the words of the great Negro philosopher, before you get on, then you get on, and then you leave her for a white girl.
I believe all that about a black woman except for Candace Owens. She would never do that.
No, she don't even know
She's a white boy, right?
Yeah, she with her white baby.
Too, right?
Yeah, and they got it with the white babies and everything. Yeah, so
you can come on this couch
You
too.
don't think Candace
Let me
Owens
talk
would
to
do
you.
that?
No. Yeah.
It ain't too late to come back home.
Yeah, it is too late.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's too late. It's too late.
It's just
It's too
something
late.
about a black man. You know, I'm
Stay
just
over there,
sorry.
but you
Black
still
man.
Now we will take Stacey Dash back. We will trade.
We'll nenegotiate for Stacey Dash. We'll negotiate terms for that.
Weekdays. That's it.
Real quick, as we stick on the dating topic, because man, back in the day, man, you know, I saw Ryan Clark talking about this on the pivot about
Ryan Clark.
how young men don't know the exhilaration, the excitement of hollering at a girl and getting a number before the social media days. You remember you had to call that, you had to call up and talk to her mama and daddy, and you know, and my voice wasn't as deep as it was now. So when I would call, they'd be like, "Hey girl, how you doing?" I'm like, "No, I'm not a girl. This is Jamie, and I'm calling to talk to your daughter." And like that embarrassment, that fear, and also the exhilaration of winning. Pre-social media days. Y'all got any favorite memories from those times pre-social media trying to holler? Because I got a few myself. I know one of my favorites is when I first called my wife and I had to call the phone and the lady answered the phone. She was like, "Hold on, let me get her." And she had me waiting on the phone for like 30 minutes. I waited that whole 30 minutes. I waited.
Not me.
I waited. I had to. Well, look, I ended up becoming my wife. I ended up married.
You was calling.
Yeah. Well, she was in. Well, I was calling. Well, that's a long story. No, she was in Louisiana.
Okay, it's a regular.
It's a regular. It wasn't long distance. Look,
Boy,
back in the day, that's something you don't
deal.
remember. Don't know nothing about that long distance back in the day. What do y'all remember from back in those days? Because nowadays, from what I could tell, that's why the dating pool is so messed up. It's because of social media and the fact that these boys don't know how to finesse a woman and talk to a woman.
Well, it's again, everything is digital. Like love is digital now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I'm older, so back in the day, you know, you writing on a piece of paper, "Do you like me? Yes or no. Can I have your phone number? Yes or no?" Like grammar school. High school is a little bit different. Y'all meeting at the locker, chopping it up. You only got 4 minutes between the classes. You 2 minutes with her, but it was the best 2 minutes of your life because you planned for it. You know, you give her a little card or you give her, you know, the burger from lunch. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a big deal.
Sweet. He had a soft heart.
No, I was thinking about I almost said her name. Monique. Monique was her name. Oh man, she had long hair. She was beautiful.
Oh, wow.
But she quit me for my boy Joe Watson. Shout out Joe Watson from the crib. Man. Remember that Joe? Remember Monique? I had her first. Dre had Kelly.
Oh.
Yeah, Dre had Kelly. I had Monique, but then Monique quit me and went with Joe. Joe was more hood than I was.
Shout out to my partner Brian. He did the same thing to me. He told me we used to go home together and catch the bus together from school every day. And this girl came. She was this new girl from school, and we both was trying to get at her. And one day we were supposed to go home. I'm like, "Yo, I'm finna take you to the house." He was like, "Nah, I'm gonna stay after school. Come back the next day." They go together. He talked to the girl and told her stay after school with me. They got hooked up. I said, "Oh, bro, that's dirt." But hey, but as fellas, you know, you be like, "Hey, at least one of us got him, bro. Good looking out." You know,
it was just building our character.
Right. And that was the other thing he said too. It was like that kind of stuff builds character.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It builds a life skill for you as a human, as an adult, to go through that stress trouble. I know you ain't had that problem.
What do you mean? I don't approach boys.
Well, we know that, but I'm just saying you ain't had that problem. Boys would probably get excited when you would give them the number, right? They would be going crazy, right? If you ever gave up the number, you ain't never seen a dude go, "Yes."
No, I've never seen that.
Right.
No, I've never seen them do that. I ain't never seen that. They did it. They didn't do it in front of me.
Oh, okay.
I've never seen it. Yeah.
For me, those back in the days memories are. I mean, they cut both ways, kind of like because. If you think back in the day when we were dating, or back in the day, when you talk about like before social media, remember when you used to say like, you on the phone like, "Hey, what you look like?"
That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
What you look like?
Yeah. You know, like when you used to call it like, "What you got on? What you look like? What you?" And
Actually, sound like he was having phone sex with these girls.
you used to call them up and you used to talk to them and what you got on. But social
What
media,
you got on?
you don't remember calling up and having conversations with girls.
She don't know, but
I know exactly.
I know what you're saying. Though. We know what you're saying.
It's a guy thing. It's a guy thing. Like, hey, you know, like, what you want? You want to go out? But see, like, social media, now you can like video call.
That's what I'm saying.
You can pop them up online right now.
Yes,
what
right
your
there and
picture
there.
looks like.
Right there and there.
Or, you know, hey, your friend told me to call you, give me your number, and you know, like, nah,
No type of imagination, nothing.
You can't do none of that no more. But back in the day, you should have to have that. You should have to have the game, the talk.
Yeah.
I bet a guy comes up to you now, I bet there's no conversation.
Well, they don't come up to me, so I'm on the dating app. I'm on Bumble, so they'll reach out to that.
But
But they don't even go right like that. They just want to text. I'm like, I'm not texting.
Yeah. What's the conversation?
Back and forth.
like,
Or what point are you gonna ask for my number or call me through the app and talk to me? I ain't got time to sit back and go back and forth.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like the conversation.
You know,
It's a different perspective now. Again, it's digital. It's no feeling.
None.
You put a bunch of kids in a room together and just watch. We did it last Friday at her at my niece, her daughter's birthday party.
Yeah.
I was looking at my kids in particular who were there.
Yeah.
My son and his best friend. Well, it's kind of different because him and Carly know each other, but
Yeah.
the other kids, they weren't trying to interact with them. They was in their own little silo, sitting over here,
On their
and everybody
phones,
else was kicking.
probably.
And then I was watching everybody else. You know, everybody was kind of like doing their own thing.
we
You know
had
what
to
I'm
pull
saying?
them together.
Shawnee had to physically
We had to
get everybody
pull
up,
them together.
show examples of what a party's supposed to look like.
Yeah, that's what we had
And they
to do.
still was looking at us like we crazy.
Like,
Some of them got it though. Some of them got it, you know, with the line dances and all that.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
But
they
as
had
far as
fun.
them,
But to them, that was fun.
Yeah.
That was the best night. You know, when we gonna do that again, Miss Shawnee?
Yeah, but see,
Like,
that's the
y'all
problem.
do
But again, we always said, like with social media. Social media itself has made us so anti-social.
I think
I totally agree. That's a whole nother show.
I agree with y'all on that, but I disagree where it started. I believe that it started with the reality shows. The reality shows gave a false sense of what reality is when you meet somebody.
Yes.
And so it's up to us, because I try to talk to my girls and say, okay, well, if you don't go on a date, which they not date, so
Yeah.
don't ask. Or if they go somewhere, I go with them, with their friends. But I tell them, you know, these are the things that you should look for. This is what you should look for. If the little boy with us, I tell him, sir, you need to catch the door. Because
Yeah.
you ain't paying for this, I'm paying for this. So what are you
Yeah.
doing? You showed up with no money and you talking about you trying to take my daughter on a date?
But that's just weird, though, that social media has made life so anti-social.
I don't think it's weird that it's happening, but the execution and the methodology of how to get on social media and get reaction is so easy. So I get it. These are just the effects of, man, I'm telling you, man. And I know you know exactly what I'm talking about. We parents, I'm talking to listen to that show too. Monitor your kids' behavior with their phone. It'll blow your mind. It will blow your mind.
but it's also I come back to I agree with Shawnee that reality shows I think has done that to a generation of adults that predated social media. And with these kids now they coming out the womb with Instagram pages. You know what I'm saying?
they watch Love and Hip Hop and all of this stuff.
Right, but
And so they emulate those people that they see on there because
That's
they
a great
think
point.
that's
Yeah.
real life. And I have to constantly talk to my girls and tell them, listen, you see me doing that.
But we talking about grown folks now. We talking about adults now, and you're dating. You like you said, you're on the dating apps.
I can't get a date.
And one of the reasons why is because the way.
Somebody date Shawnee.
Because I know one of the reasons why is because these dudes don't know how to talk. These dudes don't know how to
They don't know
talk.
what to do.
They don't know what to
don't know how to
say.
talk.
They don't know how to initiate a conversation. They just send you a dick pic and say, "What's down?"
Well, they don't send that. Fortunately, nobody's sent me that. But I mean, the conversations are just so dry. Hi, how are you doing? How's your day?
Yeah.
Nigga, do you want to meet me or what?
Like
What
that's
we
why I say
doing?
they don't. We're talking
What
about
we
adults.
doing?
They don't know. I think there's a generation of adults, especially men, who don't have that experience like we had of that pre-social media. You had to use your brain to get this woman to come play with you and come talk to you and come do what you're supposed to do. These dudes don't have that in them right now.
Absolutely.
They don't. They have no clue. Y'all, we still go out to club nights and events. You see it out there. These dudes don't know how to talk to these women.
They be on this side and we on this side. They over there. They waiting on you to come talk to them.
Like back in the day, like we would have never, as a group of guys, walked into a club full of women
without a mission.
And not be like,
No, what they do now, let me see, you go in the club, the guys come to the club together and they all dance together on the dance floor.
Do the homie. Do the homie.
It is. We would have never done that. You talking about a club full of attractive women or women in general, and if we would have walked into the club, oh my God, it would go down.
Bring your ass here.
Man, let's go. Look, what we been saying?
Wait a minute, Bink. What would you have done?
Bring your ass here. You a South Dallas swag.
They don't even hear that no more. You walk in the club, you don't hear, boy, look on the hoes up in here.
Like, man, look at that phone. Man. That's a 14, man.
That's what you see now.
There's a bunch of lights.
All right, another story that's gone viral all across social media this week is I couldn't think of another term for it, but track attack. I couldn't think of another term for it, but it happened in Virginia. 2 high school girls went viral during a track meet where one of the runners hit the other in the head with a baton, which she's claiming is accidental. I believe the young lady is now being charged with the crime.
She should be.
No.
Yes, she was charged.
I know, but she was charged, but no, she shouldn't be.
That was the question.
What?
No.
Why not?
Did you see the video?
Yeah, I saw the video. That was an accident. That was total
action.
Total accident.
Action. You no, dude. That was not a total accident.
She cocked back.
That is not an accident. I even showed Carly that. And I said, Carly, could that, because she was trying to say, well, when we were coming around the curve, she got too close, which when they do run, they do get as close to the line as possible.
Because real quick, you got daughters in track.
Yeah, and my daughter runs the relay.
Yeah.
And so the little girl was saying that when she came up on her stride, that her baton got caught in the girl's uniform. No, we saw the other angle. No, it didn't. And then anyway, when you don't stride like that anyway, you need a different trainer if that's how you stride. No, she did that on purpose. And they are getting more aggressive in track, especially indoor.
Yeah,
the last meet we went to, they trying to push each other off the track. And if you push somebody off that track at an indoor meet and it's the elevated one, they hurt.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw the video and I saw just from the angle I saw, just a quick video that I saw of it. It just looked like she was on the inside.
She was in lane 1. The other girl was in lane 2.
Yeah, in lane 2. She was on the inside, and it looked like the girl in lane 2 that got blocked in the head. It looked like she just tried to cut in the inside too close, and she just was coming around on her stride, and she tried to miss her, and then she was bringing it down, and it just
no, that ain't even the form. That's not even the form.
I know, but I'm just saying,
that ain't even the form.
It just looked like it was
and when you're running that, there is a point in the race where everybody gets into lane 1, the race that they were running. So you know that. But these people, she needs to be charged. She needs to be charged because people are teaching their kids to be more aggressive in these sports, and it's like, and the problem is the little girl is a senior, so whatever scholarships, whatnot she had, whatever coaches were looking at. Baby, I don't know that we can put you on a team acting like this.
She would have went back twice.
She did hit her twice. She hit her twice. She hit her twice. No, she hit her twice.
Well, according to police,
she came up and down twice, and you don't stride. Your stride not over here. If you running like that, it's something wrong. Your stride is here.
Check the tape.
It's right there.
Well, according to police, the young lady will be charged with assault and battery. I don't know if that's a felony or not in Virginia, but that's a pretty heavy charge for that kind of thing. But something that Shawnee said, which is crazy, I began, after this story came out, you started seeing all these videos on social media of other track meets and other things happening. I saw one where the girl totally shoves another girl out of the lane. Totally shoved. I think she had just got done running the part, and I guess the girl was trying to get off the track, and the other runner who was running in that same lane just shoved her out the way.
So was it a relay or just
It was the relay, but the girl was like, she had kind of slowed down, and I guess the other girl was coming up.
the handoff?
Yeah, it was coming up the hand off, and she was trying to hurry up and get off the track, but the other girl just said, move, shoved out the way. Like I said, you're a track parent. I don't know if y'all kids ran track and stuff like that. This is something that you've been seeing an increase of, like you said. Is there something wrong with sports going on right now? Because parents are acting a fool, kids are acting a fool.
Parents always act a
The
fool.
parents, the parents and the coaches. Because even outside of track, I rep
Mm-hmm.
in the wintertime for a little league.
Mm-hmm.
And the coaches, I rep second grade girls. And I said I only want to do kinder first or second because I don't want to be doing all that running.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But girls that play basketball, they're a lot wilder than boys. I think I'm going to change it next year because boys are more controlled.
Mm-hmm.
Girls just be all over the place. It's hard to get them to control themselves. But their coaches are teaching them to be very aggressive. So at the second grade level, okay, I'm not calling traveling. It's a bunch of stuff that I'm not calling because they're still learning.
Right.
They double dribble, okay, as long as it's not an advantage. But they think they're teaching their kids defense when really they're teaching their kids to be too aggressive. You don't get out there and push somebody and hit somebody in the back. And I might not call it foul. I might not, because you shouldn't be teaching them that. Now, when I call a foul and then I call a foul on your child, don't get mad at me. When your child is hurt and you saying, oh, they being too rough. Well, you taught your girls to be aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
If your child can't handle this, take her butt back home and let her play with some dogs. Because this is an aggressive sport, but you still have to have the sportsmanship. But I think it goes to the parents, the coaches. Some of them are trying to relive.
Oh, they think these kids gonna get signed to an NIL deal next week?
And I'm like, they're in the second grade. They're in the second grade. This is not the WNBA. Nobody's getting a check at the end of this. I'm volunteering out here repping these kids.
But
Come on.
your kid in the third grade, and you think college scouts are coming out there to come sign them to an NIL deal next week?
That's hard.
And that's why, because I've seen that too. I mean, I coached youth soccer for 2 years, and the second year I stopped because of the parents. The parents think that their kid. Look, everybody think their kid special. Your kid ain't that damn special. All right, let's go ahead and keep it. I'm looking at you right now in the camera, staring you in your soul. Your kid ain't that damn special. Your kid ain't that damn special. Your kid ain't signing no deal next week. The Steelers and nobody else. The NBA. You don't have Bronny James. All right, you can't force it.
Do not talk about Bronny James.
Oh, let me my bad, LeBron. I ain't want no smoke with that.
Talk about Bronny James.
LeBron can come get on this couch too.
Never mind the fact that you forced your kid into the league, and now you're mad because everybody criticizing your kid in the league, and you can't handle that part. But that's neither here or there. But LeBron is like that parent, though. To be honest with you, LeBron is like that parent because you put your kid into the league. You forced everybody. You talked all this trash about your kid being in the league, but now you're mad because everybody saying your kid ain't that great.
But I don't think LeBron is like that parent. LeBron isn't teaching his child to go out there and do unethical things.
I didn't say that's the difference. Not unethical, but at the same time,
that's the difference. These parents are teaching their kids to try to win at any cost, it's like, no, we don't do that. It's rules to that. But then when it happened to their kid, now they mad. They want to go to the league president, which I don't care. I give you my whole name. One lady came out there. I'm videotaping it. Baby, videotaping. My name is Shawnee Scott. And I'm getting ready to throw a tech on your team because you out here on my court. Next, you're gonna get kicked out.
We gotta do a video on that. We gotta get a video concept of Shawnee reference.
Oh yeah.
We gotta mic her up and get out there.
Now y'all don't want to mic me up.
Yeah.
Y'all see this shit?
We gotta get her the Google Glass and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So she can get out there.
Yeah, we got to see this. We got to see this
Mama
person.
wearing this at the game.
And I don't even, I don't even get it. It be the coaches. Because like one coach kept saying, this is not fun. This is not fun. I said, you know what? It's not fun because y'all don't know how to coach our kids. It's not. You're right. Because I'm the referee. I'm not supposed to be coaching them. It's not fun. You're right.
But any other sports moments that you recall from growing up or parents wilding out. Because like I said, that's something I dealt with. I had a whole situation where the parents was coming on the field and arguing with the referees and stuff like that. And the kids, dude, these kids are in 6th grade. What are we doing?
I know one referee right now that is facing jail time. Because if you have your stripes on, you in your zebra uniform, they call it zebra, nobody's supposed to touch you. That's a felony if you touch the referee.
Mm-hmm.
So these parents decided to follow this ref to his car. When he got to his car, they tried to jump him. So he stabbed one of them. But he's the one that got in trouble. Which I ain't mad at him.
I ain't either.
I ain't mad
got my
either.
pistol out.
Trying to protect
I would have
yourself.
shot somebody. Like, I don't know. It's 3 of y'all and me. And you talking to me about a kid's game again? We talking about a 5th grade game. 5th grade.
It's too much.
It's too ridiculous. It's too ridiculous. Oh, pardon.
What are you doing?
Yeah. I was like, are we getting ready to get robbed or something?
What's going on?
Well, what y'all worried about? This is the new style right about now, according to the kids and the grown
I got
folk.
one too.
You got one? Man, put that on, Bink. Man, put that on, man, because we gotta have this discussion about this.
Yeah.
Why do y'all have Sheisty on?
Yeah, because it's...
What are we doing with the Sheisty?
Oh, snap! You dropped it.
If the earring nothing came out, look at
There
this.
you go,
Kind
bro.
of shiesty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My 30-carat earring is
We shiced it up because of 50 Cent. Thanks to 50 Cent
Right.
asking another wild question on social media.
B can't even get his on.
Yeah, Bink having trouble over here. Maybe.
I got one of these, folks.
You ain't never won one before? You ain't never had a shiesty before? Yeah, we got to cover them all. We got to cover them all.
Over my eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got to get B doing it.
We got to get Big right.
Shiesty
too
101.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. Look at B.
And we got to put out the disclaimer right now,
Oh,
though,
God.
for the 50 Cent situation. We're getting ready to talk about 50 Cent, so...
We love you too, 50
yeah,
Cent.
yeah.
We love you very
Well,
much. You can come sit on the
you
couch
should-
right here next to me, 50.
all 50
Right here, 50.
disclaimers got given.
Well, you should have put on the shiesty then if you were so worried. If you're so worried, you should have put one on with us. 50 Cent posted recently on social media a photo of Tony Yayo wearing one of these.
Okay.
And he asked the question, how old is too old to be wearing a Sheisty mask? Your choices are A, 20 years old, B, 30 years old, C, 42, which I think this is Yayo's actual age is 42, and 60 or 60. Can you wear it as a 60-year-old? I don't know. They might be having some 60-year-old Sheisty mask wearers out here. I don't know.
You better stop wearing this shit at 17. This is crazy. So this don't mean nothing. This don't mean nothing but trouble. You know, ain't fit me right. So
I think you should go to work like that tomorrow.
I'm trying to make it so it look right.
What say you, action?
Do I look intimidating?
Yes, very.
What's with these kids wearing this stuff though? I don't get it. Because I'm quite sure half of y'all jokers don't like the shower like talking about in the first place. Y'all don't like and then I feel like I can't breathe in this
Well,
moment.
the kids wearing is one thing. I think it's grown men wearing it.
I
Like,
thought the kids do it. But
I don't know. If a grown man approaches me like that, I'm like, okay, so
What are you, a ninja? Like,
what are we doing here? What are we doing here?
Action, what your thoughts are? Action got his hand up.
I just had my hand up because they were like asking the question, like, is there a 60-year-old that wears a shiesty out there? And I was like, okay.
Well, but actually, you ride motorcycle.
Yeah,
You have a motorcycle.
There's a method to your madness,
you have
though.
a motorcycle.
Yeah, I'm a motorcycle. I don't ride or wear that just out to have.
Yeah, you ain't going to the mall like that.
Yeah, I'm not going to the mall.
Yeah.
I think they need to do a better job of putting these together because somehow this don't fit on. One of my eyes is covered.
Yeah, big shiesty looking
Big
shit.
shiesty. Big shiesty looks shiesty. That shiesty looks shiesty.
Yeah, I gotta get some practice with this. I'm trying to make my eyes stick out and then my nose.
No, I think the nose is covered.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you got to cover. The only thing that should be showing is your eyes. The only thing that should be showing is your eyes.
So where did this come from? So originally wasn't this for people in
They call it the poo
places where it's
shiesty.
cold?
They call it poo
Yeah,
shiesty.
it's for winter time when you're cold. Just keep your face warm. It's for this terrorists.
It's
Oh, okay.
You went from weather etiquette to terrorist. But then old boy from Colorado, Travis Hunter, he be wearing these. And they got real popular after he started wearing them.
But he wearing when he playing football though, right?
Right. But I'm just saying.
For the cold, that's what I'm saying. They're for the cold. They're for cold.
the proper term for these, they call them, the kids call them Sheisty Masks or Pooh Sheisty Masks. The proper term for this is a balaclava.
A what?
A balaclava. BALACLAVA.
Baklava.
Baklava. Okay.
Baklava.
So it's German?
It sounds like
No,
German.
that's Greek.
Oh, it's Greek. Okay.
It's a ski mask.
It actually sounds like a salad.
Oh, a balaclava. Let's go get us a balaclava.
That's the proper term for
That
it.
Greek.
I don't know what the original term of it, but
It look good with my hat though, man. Hold up.
but
All
it's
right,
Achilles
Triple D.
boys.
Shout out
it's-
Triple D Sports.
What up, Tulo?
we in our Pooh Sheisties.
He on this one.
Are we too old to be rocking this though?
Yeah,
You
we
think?
too old for this. Like I'm told to wear it.
The question is though, how will we know you're too old when we can't see your face?
Yeah.
The way you walk, the way you dress.
Okay.
I mean, it's some things
You
that
get
go
up with a
away.
cane after doing it like, oh,
Yeah, if you Pooh Shiesty with a cane, yeah, you might be too old. Might be just a little bit pushing the limits there.
Well, we rocking our Pooh Sheisties. It's time for us to get up out of here, though, Bink.
Wait, before we go, I just thought about something. This is
Okay.
real quick. This is random. Nobody said nothing about this, but I just thought about it. There have been reports, confirmed reports, that there will be a new Friday,
Uh-oh.
right?
Oh.
Yeah.
A new Friday is coming. Mike Epps was in an interview and he said that, he got the call to do it. So I'm just sitting here thinking, there's no way that Craig and Day can be Craig and Day.
Mhm.
That has lived on and, that's in legacy. And so with this new Friday, I'm thinking there are going to have to be some new people in this show that's going to have to be either introduced, elevated, showed up by.
Mhm.
And so I was thinking, who could those people be? Who that's hot right now should be in this movie?
That's you guys' homework right now for the break room.
Mhm.
Your homework is to tell us who you think would be good in the new Friday, and we'll comment on the next show.
I just need to know what the script and what the premise of this movie is 20 to 30 years later is going to look like. Because let's be real here, ain't none of y'all watching that new Coming to America 2, like talking
watched
about. You watched it one time and then what? It ain't like repeat like the original. You watched you watched the original on repeat to this day.
Just because you didn't do that, don't project it on all
I'm not
of America.
projecting anything on you. I'm just saying it's a replay
Don't
worthy.
Don't project that on everybody
Is that
else.
replay worthy though? It's
Yes, it
part.
is.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Because you know why it's not replay worthy? Because
It's
they
not
went from rated R to PG-13.
It's
You made it
not
a family-friendly Coming to America.
For you.
Don't give me a
Yeah.
family-friendly Friday. Do
Why
not give me a
not?
family-friendly Friday.
We just got them talking about that on the show, exposing these kids. Why can't the whole black family sit down and watch?
Why we can't have an adult? Why can't adults still have
See,
adult
here we
movies
go.
anymore?
Well, that's why. Don't talk about the culture then. Don't complain about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna complain about the culture.
No.
Because the culture, we get all these family-friendly PG-13 versions of R-rated movies that we grew up on. And they're not as funny, and they're not as
So it got to be R-rated.
no, it doesn't have to be, but it could be a better written script and a better plan and a better plot. Instead of
Yeah, pretty much has to be already though, because I don't need to.
why everything gotta be appealed to these kids?
No,
F them kids.
That's the problem.
F them
Parents-
kids.
That is the problem.
I'm grown now, so I can say that. F them
Parents
kids.
keep saying, but that's the problem. Parents keep saying F them
F them kids.
And you don't need to F them kids. You need to teach them kids, spend time with them kids, and train them.
I'm just playing.
It still has to be hard because I don't need to, but I want the expectation of possibly maybe seeing some booty. Just say.
Hey,
Hey, I actually said that. I just said F them kids.
It's not mandatory, but if you take away the hard, it's out. You're not gonna catch.
That's why these sequels ain't been hitting.
Unless it's PG-13.
That's the thing. That's why these sequels ain't been hitting. They've been turning them from R to PG-13 to try to appeal to these kids, man.
Yeah.
You're messing up the script. You're messing up the premise of the story. Some things should be left to adults. We don't have to cater everything to the children.
It's like not mandatory, but if you see the R, you like, oh, it's a possibility of some bullshit in this movie.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's time for us to get up out here now.
Lord have mercy.
I'm just saying.
Go ahead and wrap us up and get us out of here, Bink.
So if you got a big ass, we appreciate y'all tapping in. Make sure you follow us at Big Bink's Break Room. Actually, how they follow you, man?
It's easy, man. All you gotta do is just check out Actions on Magic, MAJIC 945 right there on the ground, man. Tap in, be a friend.
Shawnee Scott, how they follow you?
All right, just follow me at Shawnee Scott on air. SHANI Scott on air.
Big Males on the mic.
Well, you know what it is at Melz on the MIC, MELZ on the MIC on all the platforms and everywhere else.
And follow me at DJ Big Bink. Hey, DJ BIGBINK. Keep them comments coming though. Like when you make them comments, we have fun in here. We really appreciate y'all taking the time to write back to us, and we're gonna write back, write back to whether we agree or not. Spread the word about what we're doing on Media Room 360 and Big Bink's Break Room Podcast, and so much more to come. Brown Liquor Music, all that. It's all on the way. We appreciate it.